This is Phillip Streible with R.J.O. Futures coming to the floor of the CME Group. Real interesting day on the metals front here. We started off significantly lower. Gold was down about $25, $30 at one point. It was really getting hit. Same thing with the silver market, down about 50 cents. They started to recover though as the day went on. The main catalyst though for the sell-off was Bank of Japan. Basically, it was widely anticipated that they would either expand or keep the pace of their current monetary policy, their central bank easing. And what they're doing is they're kind of pulling back. They're going to reassess, see what happens. So you saw a quick rush into the Japanese yen that moved up aggressively, and the metals were significantly lower. Same thing with the S&P. Really, they're starting to think that maybe this is the first sign of some central banks starting to kind of ease off on the quantitative easing. Also, you saw S&P, Moody's, they had upgraded the U.S. Credit rating, so a little bit lack of need for that safety based upon any kind of U.S. type default. So that had the pressure on the metals. But they kept showing the violence over in Turkey, and that is starting to really gain some momentum. It was gaining a lot of television coverage on all the news stations. So with that being said, you saw some weakness in the S&P. You saw the metals start to just trickle back up, especially the gold market. Recovered back up just, right in the 1380s. And then the silver market came back. It was only down like 20 some cents here just a short while ago. Now copper on the other front, starting to roll over on the chart. We're seeing some of the trend following guys look at this consolidation pattern that it had. It broke down. It's pushing a 5-week low. Looks like it might continue. It's trading right around like 319, 320. That key level support is right down at $3. So traders might look at the downside of that. Any kind of reversal would be just over that 330 level, would bring it back in that consolidation zone. So look at that as some kind of key trend reversal point back to the upside. Remember, on the housing front, there's about 450 pounds of copper in each house. You got about 40 pounds in each car. So, without a lot of, that new sales here, especially out of China, you're going to see copper prices just continue to build stockpiles here and most likely look at the downside. Now, platinum, on the other hand, platinum's when I read a real interesting story here today talking about platinum. Some of the ETFs, they are having just an amazing amount of platinum demand here. We're seeing that demand is higher this year right now than it was all of last year. So platinum really picking up on the ounces, especially ETF demand. You got a lot of the miners are also having those labor strikes. There was another shooting at a mine in South Africa last week. If they say that if European automotive sales pick up a lot, you could see platinum prices start to move back up to like that 1730 level. So this band is between this 1400 on the downside, 1730 on the upside, and it looks like we came down, we bounced, and we're going to start moving our way back up. Keep an eye on the dollar index. Dollar index had a reversal. If it breaks back to the downside, you may see those metals come up, and also the S&P looks like it's working inversely with gold. So that sells off. You might see gold pop up as well. Again, this is Phillip Streible with R.J.O. Futures. My number is 1-800-438-4805. Remember that futures and option trading does involve risk of loss. It may not be suitable to all traders. Again, Phillip Streible coming to you from the floor of the CME Group.